skibbity la doobity doo, the oi, oi, oi. We're the rugby boys, we're the rugby boys. Our mugs are filled to the brim. Our lifestyle is eternal, and rhyming be something we cannot do. Don't come too close, our lifestyle does not exist in the realm of time. Come is what fills up our mugs, we are the rugby boys. Oh, skibbity la doobity doo, the oi, oi, oi. Ah, skibbity la doobity doo, we are the rugby boys.
Oh, are we doing it now?
I don't know. I'll edit it.
Oh, okay.
So just
So-
we're starting.
I've started a note in my phone for like people in my life, and like some of them are funny, good names, and some of them are like one of the names is Cunty Spice, because
This is somebody you created?
these are real people, and I'm coming up with nicknames, and then I'm thinking about maybe like meshing the two, like the personality and the person and the name.
You're talking about meshing reality with fiction?
Yes.
Okay. That's what we do.
Pretty much.
You're at the right spot.
At the right spot.
This is our friend, the newest rugby boy, Abby.
Hello, I'm Abby.
name?
Brooks.
I knew that.
You did.
I don't know. I think I heard it before. So you guys want to do a surprise
Yeah.
costume?
I guess if you have a costume lined up.
I also had an idea. I don't know if you guys want to do this or not. I thought about just like being as insane as possible to start the podcast and just have
That's
like
I assumed you were a guy, and I just assumed, even though your name's Abby, he knows like a bunch of people. I feel like with kind of strange names, and so I thought Abby could have been just like short for some guy's name.
what would that be short for? Just curious. Like what would you?
I have no idea. Not that I know.
You just put it in group chat and was like, "Hey,
Pretty
this
much.
is Abby."
Well, we talked about playing pickleball,
We-
and we talked about playing pickleball again.
I just noticed how hairless your arms are right now,
Yeah.
and I can't get past it.
Well, I shaved them.
Well, I understand because you have tattoos, but I just
no,
never.
just since
noticed
I got tattoos, I don't care. Well, because like if somebody's like, "Hey, let me see your tattoo," I'm gonna be like, "Oh, it doesn't look. It's covered in hair. Like it doesn't look good at all." But if I shave them, then like they can be like, "Oh, it looks good." Otherwise, it just doesn't. Yeah.
At least it's not like high school where your legs were like jet black, like wool, for some reason.
Yeah, I changed races.
You did.
Yeah.
No, the hair on his legs used to be. The only reason I even remember is because someone used to try and play with his leg hair all the time, which he was not a fan of. But his leg hair was like jet black and like 3 times as dense as it is now.
We could talk about. No, we probably shouldn't talk about that person. We just get into the.
Yeah, that's a complicated.
That's a whole.
Leg hair person.
Well, we didn't call him that.
At the time.
There's been a change of gender, but
There's been a change.
yeah,
I mean, high five.
yeah. High five. It doesn't matter. It's just like
I feel like we're gonna get into that.
it's just a complicated person to talk about.
Before anything, like
To just be like,
it's
oh, let's
just
talk about it for 30 seconds. No,
Right.
it's gonna be like 30 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Should we? I kind of like part of me wants to just be insane and start screaming just to start every podcast to like get into a state of just yes, psychosis. You gonna start?
Oh, scream?
Yeah.
Like, what kind though?
Just wild, whatever comes to mind.
Like I'm like out in the woods, someone's chasing me. Scream?
Sure, yeah.
Oh my god, this is embarrassing. I have to put my sunglasses
We're just
on.
gonna scream now.
I mean, I don't know. I'll do whatever.
I thought about getting like just going berserk.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Okay. I wasn't
What do you want me?
I don't know if
Quite
that's
ready.
good listening.
There's literally something popped up saying stop.
Volume too
Um,
loud. Maybe yell.
Me? Ah! I don't know. I don't.
I'll leave this to you guys.
I don't feel as good as I thought I would afterwards. Actually, I feel okay. Let's do the surprise then. If we're not gonna go berserk, the word berserk is a good word, by the way. All right, surprise. So what I'm gonna do is like snap my fingers, and we're gonna be in different outfits.
It's a Bonarde, baby. 2024.
We're back.
We're back.
You guys feel better?
I feel great.
I feel pretty good.
Sure.
These glasses are fogging up a little bit for me, but well, let's jump into Bonarde.
Let's go.
Let's jump into him.
Excited about it?
I'm excited. I'm really upset that Dylan's already listened to it on the car ride. So I sent Dylan
Did that.
Bonarde Gonzalez's song for this podcast, but I sent it to him before, like while he was on his way here, and he listened to it, thinking that I wanted him to listen to this before the podcast, and no, I didn't.
Well,
I wanted it to be a surprise for Dylan, but
you didn't even say not to. You were just like, here
I know.
you go.
Well, I was just sending everything because I was sending the dad text and I sent the song, and I was just trying to. In my mind, I'm just like, okay, I need to like get all this stuff done before everybody gets here and before we start recording. So Dylan already listened to it, but it's fine. Abby will listen to it for the first time, and
I will sit here reactionless,
he'll sit here so bored.
stone faced.
Like, you're gonna seriously show me a song twice?
It's a Bonarde, baby. 2024. We about to take over the whole game. Aha! Well, first of all, my name is a Bonarde. And when it comes to dance, I like to go hard. If you're on the floor, don't let down your guard. Cause who's that behind you? It's a Bonarde. Let me hear you now.
Bonarde, Bonarde.
Gonzalez.
Bonarde, Bonarde.
Gonzalez.
Bonarde, Bonarde.
And I like to go hard. Yes, always.
Bonarde, Bonarde.
Gonzalez.
Bonarde, Bonarde.
Gonzalez.
Bonarde, Bonarde.
One more verse, come on. One more time, my name is Bonarde.
Bonarde, Bonarde.
And in these sheets, I like to go far.
Bonarde, Bonarde.
When it comes to love, don't play with my heart.
Bonarde, Bonarde.
Come to my truck and tear me apart.
Just look at my stance, I put you in a trance. When I snap my fingers and I begin to dance. Come sit in my truck and give it a suck. And if you do not, at least give it a rub.
Bonarde, Bonarde.
Gonzalez.
Bonarde, Bonarde.
Gonzalez.
Bonarde, Bonarde.
And I like to bone hard, yes, always.
Bonarde, Bonarde.
Gonzalez.
Bonarde, Bonarde.
Gonzalez.
Bonarde, Bonarde.
Now everybody, come on. What's 4 things that will pull at your heart? My hips, the moon, the sun, and the stars. One more thing before we depart. Don't forget. It's a Bonarde, y'all. Bye.
So I added that last part because you told me you wanted to like make sure that he was at least I forgot the word, like feminine or something like that. And so I was like, well, I got to add this one thing in to meet Dylan's requirements. Well, what do you think?
I don't think he's feminine that much.
He's supposed to be more outwardly feminine than that. He's supposed to be like vulgar and misogynist, but sound like a gay man when he says
things. Yeah. But that's what he seems like. But like, he seems like. So I was in West Palm Beach when I was younger in Florida, and I went out clubbing, and this dude, he had on Guess jeans. I'm pretty sure those exact shoes that he's wearing. And like on the dance floor at the club, tight Guess jeans, kind of acid wash, too late for that. It was like 2000. That was like 90s. He was that guy.
Yeah. So we nailed it.
Yes, you nailed it. Yeah. But like he was like macho dude, like getting up on all the women, but you could tell like that wasn't what he wanted to do.
But like, so in my head, there's a guy I worked with named Barry, and he passed away last year. He was an older dude. He's like, I think 56 or so, like, which is pretty rough. But
Not that old.
no, but I mean like old compared to me, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was like kind of. He's a little bit shorter than me, which I'm kind of short, but he was probably 5'6", 5'7", and just kind of like something about him was a little effeminate. It's like an effeminate Gene Wilder kind of.
Yeah.
But he was like a really horny, perverted old man, and so there's something about it that was like a really good mixture to me, and so that's how I imagine Bonarde, but more flamboyant.
Yeah. It's hard to make like a Latin voice and also flamboyant
I know.
at the same time. Like I couldn't.
would be natural.
And if you notice, I went into like some other accent when I was like, "Come to my
Like
truck," like I don't know what that is. Like,
Count from
Yeah.
Sesame Street.
yeah. So I just once I started, I was like, I don't care. It's just gonna slip into whatever it does, and I just embraced it.
That's usually how it goes.
He had moves like that. I didn't know that happened until the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used like some AI stuff to make him like snap his fingers and stuff. It's not great, but
But like, there's something a little bit kind of like sentimental and attractive about him.
you find him attractive.
Yeah, a little. And like, but also like I kind of love him a little bit. And like something about him, like I don't know, because I feel
Needs you to elaborate.
charisma.
I feel like he's got the riz. He's gonna come for it. Whatever he's gonna say, whatever he's gonna be like, hey girl, what up?
Like
I'm
Bonarde
listening."
riz.
Yeah, he does.
Well, do you think that way about Papa Kisses, or have you heard Papa Kisses?
I've heard Papa Kisses. Papa Kisses is no. Mm-mm. Papa Kisses seems older to me, and
He's a little more old school.
he's a little bit. What is he? He's a little
Creepier?
Yes, very much creepier. He seems like he might have like some kinks, probably a lot of kinks.
Yeah, I would say so.
Bonarde.
I would say so. He's
probably, like,
yeah,
Yeah,
like
he's filthy. He's a
put on
truck
his
driver.
vest and shit. What about Papa Kisses? He's a truck driver, right?
No, possibly.
What does he do?
he could do. He
He's
could
very
be.
vague. That's part of the mystery. He kind of just shows up, and everything he does is very polite, but you don't know why. And like he's brought himself somewhere that he probably shouldn't be.
He read very truck driver to me.
Papa Kisses.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like full on. He has on like a Wrangler shirt with like those pearl buttons that snap, you know? He probably smells like skull. And,
I thought you were saying skull, like skulls.
Like chewing tobacco and sweat that dried on repeat. Like he got sweaty.
So
and,
he smells sour. Mm-hmm. That's probably right. I mean, he has a chastity belt on.
I mean, see?
So.
It's funny that we keep talking about truck drivers because like my dad was a truck driver for 20-something years, and then I just talked with my friend Choo Choo on the last podcast, and he is a truck driver. Just seems to be a weird common
Is he
theme.
the guy you told me about a long time ago?
That I met at Olive Garden
Yeah.
that did like the screams and the choo choo train noise. Yep, that's him. He's an interesting guy. Like I think that the podcast with him and the podcast with my dad are two of the most like interesting ones. It's just like people who have lived more than we have. So it's like I don't know, they just have interesting stories or
different than we have.
yeah, it's different. Yeah. But I'm sure when I'm like my dad's age, I'll be talking to people who are younger, and I could probably blow their minds with crazy stories, or just be interesting to them. I don't know.
Or they might not pay any attention to you at all and just look back down at their iPads.
Speaking of iPad, that's a good segue. Let's go to the faces to names, the names that me and you came up with,
Okay.
or that I came up with and that you read, and then Dylan drew 5 names, or
I drew pictures of names.
he drew 5. Did you draw just their heads or their whole
I
body?
just drew heads, and I actually drew 6.
Oh, okay. Oh, we have an extra that we can. Oh, perfect. We can come up with a name together for the 6th one. So we're gonna match. We're gonna see whose name that I came up with goes with Dylan's drawing. Does that make sense? Yeah, those are the names: Camelbone George, Raphael the Sneeziest, Flurmguff McSlurp Slurp, Figus McBlackballs, French Daddy Corncob, No Jeans.
No jeans.
Oh, where do we start? Oh, why don't you pick?
Okay, what one?
I don't.
Oh.
Oh my God, I can see him.
Wow. I'm not sure. I like this one. Oh, Lord. I mean, but it's got to be Camel Bone George. Like,
You think?
I mean,
That looks like a woman.
It
does
is a
look like
woman.
But all of these are men, right?
Flurmguff McSlurp Slurp seems gender neutral.
Mm-hmm. That whole situation would go with that name.
So we can do either. It could either be the 6th one we come up with a name for, or could be Flurmguff McSlurp Slurp.
But this situation reads camel bone to me. I mean,
well,
I'm not sure. But I think
To be
the
fair,
only...
George is just the last name. A lady's
Oh.
woman. I mean, a lady's last name can be George.
Yeah, I guess that's true, isn't it? Which would be, I don't think I've ever heard that, but that would be.
Name. So her first name's Camel, her second name is Bone, and her last name is George.
All right, there we go. That's Camelbone George. All right, so let's do. Do I want to switch races? Yeah,
Oh,
God.
Yeah. Oh my God.
that's not what I wanted.
Correct. It's a bad car wreck or a waterhead baby. You know what a waterhead baby is? That guy.
That. Yeah. This could be. Could be Figus McBlackballs.
But
Or Raphael the Sneeziest.
where did
Let's look at the other
Did you pick the
African American
names
gentleman.
and draw these?
He wrote the names. I mean, I'd heard them, but I forgot them, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna draw.
Now this looks like something from Sick Animation. The way, just something about his eyes and his little smirk.
I mean, he's kind of attractive.
I think that's.
I mean, he kind of is. He's like, what up, girl?
You like him?
My eyes just be like this. Okay.
You like these characters we're creating, like in a
I don't know.
intimate,
I mean, what is that?
like romantic way.
There's shows about that. Right. I mean, he's not. He doesn't look like the previous guy, so like he's winning with this.
That's true.
That guy's face looks
What's-
like
think
French
it's
Daddy Corn.
French Daddy Corncob. This
Not
guy.
him, the one before him.
Something about.
His teeth, like, he is a French Daddy though. He looks like that.
The other guy.
No, he looks like a French.
He looks
daddy.
like a French daddy.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't.
I guess.
The other guy. looks like-
And he's got no jeans on. I guarantee it.
he has no jeans on.
He's walking
A
around
tank
just a
top.
shirt.
Just a
Yeah.
tank top. Okay, that's
Shirt and
it.
cowboy boots.
No underwear. I don't think.
No,
Maybe, but
nothing swinging.
if it is, it's very minimal.
Maybe like one of them bathing suits that Borat wore.
Oh my God. These look gross. Okay. Clearly, this is another ethnicity.
Wrecked.
This could be Flurmguff McSlurp Slurp.
It could. I mean, what kind of nationality is Flurm? You think? Flurm?
I think it's from a different planet.
I think so. He could be. He looks alien enough.
We got 2 more. Oh,
Oh, honey, I'm not. He's got to be. I mean, he's
that's another McSlurp Slurp there. Like he's slurping
yes,
all kinds.
do that.
To be fair, I'm not sure that that's a he.
Oh, damn. It's probably not.
This could be the one we make up the name for, since there's
It could
6.
You're not sure it's a he?
It's supposed to be ambiguous. This one,
Yeah, I could see it like.
Middle name Tina.
regardless of
Something
Other
Tina
names.
something. All right, we'll do that, and let's go to the last one.
Oh. Dang, bub. What happened?
Look at the number 2 tattooed on the side of his head.
Underbite from him.
This is another one that's gender neutral because it's basically a corpse.
Yeah.
It
I've
is.
seen people like that.
Well, he's just thinking really hard. He's getting a brain blast.
Yeah.
One of his eyes shutting down. His veins are coming out. He has biting his teeth together.
This could be Raphael the sneeziest. Like he looks like he's about to let the world's biggest sneeze. And
He is.
I'm about to sneeze.
That's it. That's what happened.
this is.
He's been holding it for 16 years. It's about to happen
Yeah. This is gonna be.
for the second time around. Hence that number 2.
Yeah. Exactly. So you're starting to pick up. You're a quick learner.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say this is Raphael the sneeziest. This is
Camel Bone George.
Camel Bone George.
Bone
I guess it having like
Her
a.
first name is Camel. I can get.
All right,
I
all
can
right.
get it with that.
That's Camel Bone George. This is Figgis McBlackballs.
Yes, gotta be. Gotta be.
He's about to say his first name. Hey, what's your name?
Vegas.
Figgis. Figgis McBlackballs.
Well, I won't open.
Vegas.
This is French Daddy Corncob. No
Yeah,
jeans.
Tell me he's not attractive after all the other people we have saw. Like, he is.
I agree, but I wouldn't like. I wouldn't say, oh, he's. I wouldn't like point it out. Like if you were to give me like 6 ugly girls or 6 crazy looking girls, and one of them looked something like this, I would be like, oh, she's kind of cute. I would just be like, well, she's not a monster. She doesn't look monstrous.
Monstrous.
I was gonna say monstrosity. Is that a word?
It is.
Do we already pick this one?
Sneeze.
Yeah, he's Raphael.
Raphael the sneeziest.
I'm having a hard time with him. Like, I'm not sure what is happening. He kind of looks like he's sick, though. Like, his nose is red, his teeth fell out a little bit, his hair, he's sweaty.
Wait, who is this?
We haven't figured that out.
So one of them's got to be Flurm Guff McSlurp Slurp. Either him or this.
I feel like
That's got to be Flurm Guff McSlurp
it's gotta be, because, like, this makes that noise. Like,
this makes that noise.
Yeah, it does.
Slurp.
Like, just every time he or she
What do you think that sounds like, Dylan?
talks.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking too. Like it's just like everything up down here is
all-
closed, so it's like it wants to scream.
It's close, but that's where
But then there's
that's
like
where it's the voice is concentrated. Also,
But then there's like a. That's what it is.
Yeah, like there's obviously a bunch of saliva at all times. Like
Well, I think
so after he like goes oh,
out of that too.
like he has to keep the saliva from coming out because they are proper, a proper gentle they.
Proper gentle way.
Okay, so now we got to come up with a name for.
Samurai Jack over here. I'm not sure.
We just don't draw many Japanese
yeah,
people.
Japanese.
Okay.
We skew
Hashimoto.
Latin for some reason.
Oh, you got to see Hashimoto Bonefunk. I actually drew him. I'll show you later.
that
I'll probably
from
put it in the. I don't know if I can put it in here or not.
Disease that, like, women get Hashimoto's disease. Have you heard of that? Oh, it's a whole thing. Crunchy women. Sorry.
Crunchy.
Crunchy women. It's hard to come up with a Japanese name. I'm just realizing that I've never really done it.
No, if you need. I mean.
All right, so he's in pain. He's got a red nose. He's congested.
He's sitting on the commode.
He is probably
Ooh, Komodo.
Komodo.
It's gonna start with Bako. Bako.
His last name is Undertooth.
Undertooth.
Baco Undertooth.
So it's just Bako Undertooth. And that's how a name is born. This is how a man is born. Isn't that crazy? What if the universe is doing that with us? It's just like, let's just say like some celestial beings are like somewhere and they're just like,
Aaron Coin. That's funny.
Yeah. There's like, what should we do? Like, you come up with the last name, Coin. And they're like laughing about it because to them it's a funny thing.
That's probably.
And then like they have somebody draws it, and then we're born. They're like, well, they're eventually gonna look like that. No, that's way too. Because then they have to draw like what we look like as babies, and
Facebook your name. Like if I Facebook search Abigail Brooks, like I look similar to all the other people named my name. Have you done it?
it's a good point.
And like certain people with certain names. You're like, like I try not to mess with anyone with a T name.
Like, what do you mean a T name? Like Tyler?
Probably
Or
Tyler.
just T anywhere in the name?
Just like Tiffany, Tammy, Tyler, Tanya,
Tanya. Tanya's a good
Terry.
name.
Do you know any good T name people? Do you have a Terry?
That's the leg hair used to be their name.
You say Tony? That's my dad's name.
See?
Tony's two. Okay, wait a minute.
No.
Love Tony's a whole bunch, but they are a little like something's always a little
Yeah. Drugs or alcohol.
just weird.
Not that I'm saying
Extreme
that.
violence.
Is your dad bad?
You haven't watched the podcast, have you?
I haven't got to lately, but I'm extremely interested.
Yeah, no, I haven't spoken to my dad in
Why don't you speak
God.
to him though?
because he's one of the worst people you could meet.
Was he abusive?
Oh yeah,
Like physically?
yeah. I mean, in every way that a person could be abusive.
Segue.
It is. Sometimes things come up.
Segue. We're all going to abuse each other. This is the abuse hour.
Oh, it's a good segue in the dad text because the reason I just didn't want to. We could talk about Dylan's dad if you want. We just did it before, and I just feel like it's gonna be a.
Not a lot of people can relate to that, but I am one that can relate to that, and maybe there are a lot of people that can relate to that.
Yeah, I think there's a lot. I wouldn't say that
But like,
there's maybe the percentage is smaller, but there's still a big number of people that deal with stuff like that. But it's smaller than like people who don't deal with that. You know what I mean?
very much so. But like, for him to say violent,
Yeah.
the word violent is a little different than some other things.
Like neglectful or maybe like emotionally abusive. Yeah.
Violent is different.
Yeah, I agree. Segue.
The dad text.
Violence. Yeah, dad text.
Here's a text of Aaron's dad sitting in a lawn chair saying, 42 years old. Don't see no fat on this white boy. Come back. So your dad's 42 there. He looks younger, honestly.
I have no idea. That's what he says.
And now my mom's calling me.
Dad texts and mom calls.
What are the damn odds?
Segue.
But here's another one that says, hope you're doing well. Hope you're not out in that cold, damp rain. It's cold out there. Stay dry. Stay healthy. Take care, old dad. I mean old. To which you say, I'm doing good, thanks. I'm inside. And he sent you a picture of him holding a dead turkey.
Is that recent?
Well, he sends
like
them
a
all.
year ago.
If I were to like go through, if you were to scroll through my text message with my dad, there's gonna be pictures of him holding dead animals,
Yes.
and like every five
He
messages.
loves
My ex-father-in-law
to kill animals.
loves to kill animals.
But it's funny.
It's very pleasurable.
It's funny when he says, I hope, like he tells me to like stay out of the damp, cold rain and like stay dry. Like he tells me things that are basic like human kind of survival things.
Like,
You know, like make sure you don't get
stand out in the rain.
yeah, don't stand out in the cold. Like you have a house, but I'm just letting you know
Like, don't.
to stay inside of it when it's really cold and rainy, and not like go out and just stand in the cold rain. And like, well, I never have, but I don't know.
But thanks for the warning. It's also weird, like, if people want to hunt, that's fine. If they're like hunting to eat and stuff like that, I think it's weird to hunt for pleasure. But
Yeah.
also, it's weird to me when a person can just be like an animal, can see an animal and just be like, that's just a thing to me.
Let me kill it.
Like they don't acknowledge it as like a living being. It may as well be just like a bag of marbles that
Right.
they found on the ground, and they're just like, I'll smash it.
Yeah,
Smash it, move on.
My ex-father-in-law takes my kids trapping. I have like videos of my baby children.
Murdering animal.
Like my 3-year-old, this just happened a couple months ago. Like my 3-year-old is walking up to a bobcat in a trap, and the bobcat's like screaming, and like
Everybody's like laughing, probably.
no, he's like, I'll get him. I'm like, my other little boy Wilson, we call him Glitter Sparkle James sometimes because he gets glittery and sparkly. He's a little femme, and he is so good. We encourage it all the time, and he's like walking out to this trap with this bobcat with his hand on his hip, holding a cup of coffee, like, Tommy, back up! Don't get Tommy! Like yelling at my other little boy who's like Neanderthal head first.
Yeah. So they got a little country twang to them.
Yes, but they're out there killing stuff in traps.
Yeah.
That's
Terrible. I can't even talk about it.
see that's what I don't get. Like if you want to go out and like kill a deer and eat the meat or stuff like that, there's nothing wrong with that to me. Like I'm like you could say, oh well, you don't have to do that. You could already get something that's slaughtered and blah blah blah. But at least you're doing it for a reason. But for people like I'll just set up traps and whatever comes, I'll catch it and I'll kill it and I'll throw it in the garbage or whatever they do with it. I don't know.
So, all fairness, he sells the fur. Like he lives in Jackson, Kentucky, in the holler in eastern Kentucky. Like there's not work there. Like he lays blocks and bricks, but like he sells the fur, but he also like that's where like beavers, like he traps and kills beavers. That's where perfume comes from. Is beaver castor. Sells it.
Interesting.
Still terrible. I don't want my kids to do it.
Yeah. Is that all the dad texts?
No.
Oh.
My mom was just texting me.
Oh, okay.
She has to. It's just a weird day. She has to take her dog. Her dog is apparently suddenly paralyzed, and she has to take him to Louisville for surgery.
Damn.
Surgery, yeah. Kind of came out of nowhere. He's only like a year or two older than Ludo. He's only like 5 years old. He's a little dachshund.
Damn.
Which dogs like that are very
Yeah.
inbred and have issues. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe she'll just find a nice trap to put him in, and then she can.
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
Segway.
You're paralyzed. I'll just trap you and mutilate you.
Yeah.
Happy times.
Starting to understand.
I'm starting to understand the pleasure of.
Yeah, just hit play and then read.
I did. I'll try. It's kind of blurry. Hope everything going well. Everything's kind of understand still here. Kind of boring. I'll be glad when spring gets here, so I can start planning something. I got me some onion soup today and potato seeds. Won't be long. Probably plant him anytime. Hope you're doing well. Take care. Help Maya is having lots of fun in her new pimp. And then he sent you a picture of Asian children dancing, it looks like. And then you say, yeah, everything's good here. We're just taking it easy tonight. Oh, and here's a long one. Hope you got my picture of my big bird. I was proud of him. Didn't even know if I was going to get to go hunting with this arthritis I've been having, but God's been good to me. Give me a good day to hunt. I hope everything's going well. I wish I could have hunted more with you and Adam and Andrew. I hate it being on the road sometimes. Wish I could have been home doing things with y'all. I tried to be a good dad, and God, this is a sad
I know.
podcast episode.
Sentimental.
And Mom always tried to help you all when you all needed it. We never. It's also getting very blurry, so it's hard to read. Yeah, I just can't hardly read it. So there's that.
No. I only sent that one because it's like it was like more of like an actual sentimental one.
It's really long.
Yeah.
It's very long, and like I said, I would read it, but it's
Yeah.
the video you sent me is blurry.
Yeah, just because I sent it from Android to iPhone, I guess.
I feel like I have a better understanding of your dad after seeing that picture with that bird.
I thought you were going to say that with the Asians dancing. Yeah, that explains pretty much everything about his personality.
But then he threw in the Asians dancing, so I'm not sure.
But see, he like, to him, this is like what he grew up like taking pride in and stuff, you know. So like people like that, they take pride in big bucks with big antlers and big turkey and stuff like that, and they take pride in like the bigger ones or the best ones.
It's also hard for them to understand their children that don't care about it.
It's impossible. I've told him countless times that I don't like. I've literally like I don't care, and he'll be like, "Oh, I know." And then the next time he talks to me, he acts like I'm interested in it again. And I bet I just sit there in silence. Like if we're on the phone, it's crazy how he doesn't get things. Like he doesn't like pick up on like little cues of like I'm not interested. It just or just like you know avoid eye contact, avoid conversation. But he just keeps going as if like he just has to say what's on his mind, but he doesn't pick up on like on cues. It's really weird.
It's like a compulsive thing. He has to say it. It doesn't matter like what the response is. He's going to continue saying like what he intends to say.
Yeah.
Like
It's just like his mind's on repeat because he says the same things every time.
But like that's kind of how that generation of people grew up a little bit. Like these are
Well-
the things you care about. This is what.
But people grow out of that. Like people, because I know like plenty of older people that have gone beyond that like repetitive.
Yes.
Just like this is what I grew up with, and so this is the only thing I can talk about.
But that's common in people in general, though. Like it's regardless of age or religion or whatever, people are kind of just stubborn and unreasonable, especially if something like conflicts. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it conflicts with their worldview. There's a barrier that does not allow that in.
I've thought about that a lot today, and like there are a lot of people that are offended or defensive and offended often, and like when you walk around with that first,
Yeah.
like there's so many people like that. It drives me insane.
Yeah. You can tell like I could tell like right away when I see someone if they're like that or not, just in the way that their energy is.
Can't say nothing. Can't say nothing good. Can't say nothing bad. Can't say nothing in any way, shape, or form without offense or defense.
Yeah. Yeah. Never just like neutral or like open to receiving or just like, yeah. But I mean, people always attract the people in their life that are similar to their own, like, I call it frequency, but like their own way of being. So like, you know, those people are going to attract, and like people like angry people or people like that always wonder why like bad shit always happens to them, or why they always encounter other angry people, or why they always feel angry. And it's like you're just attracting that same frequency that you're putting out into the world. So like if you were to change your inner state, then that changes like eventually your sort of outer circumstances. But like stuff like that we don't really talk about in school. I wish kids were taught stuff like that. Like I wish I was taught that
Like
in school.
To be open-minded enough to hear something all the way through and to like see someone for real and to listen for real and to not judge people immediately in a situation immediately with like some kind of
Yeah.
trigger thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I noticed myself judging people a lot right away, just by like their looks or whatever they say to me. But like I catch myself judging them, and I'm like, okay, well it's just sometimes even if I'm in a bad mood, I'll notice how quickly I just can hate someone. Like especially if I'm driving, I get mad. I'm like, dude,
Be on the phone with someone like my car and someone will like do something stupid in front of me. I'll be like, "Fuck you, motherfucking bitch!" And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh, sorry, it's the
Oh,
car."
to
in
the
front of
phone.
me." Yeah. Like I feel so bad when I do that. They're like, "What?
Yeah.
What?"
I've done that
Yeah,
too.
I feel like I almost get killed every single day
Yeah,
driving around, and I'm just
we're just playing a game of like chance.
pretty much like I remember me and you used to talk about how we would always like just sing and make up stuff in the car as we were driving, and now I'm in my car so much that I don't because I'm always mad.
Yeah, I've kind
yeah.
of stopped singing.
That's what I was gonna say.
Listening to music in your car?
No, I still listen to music, but it's just.
I'm in silence.
I knew you were.
Yeah.
Stop doing that. You should listen to music, shouldn't you?
I should listen to like good feeling music probably. I've been listening to silence for I've been just like sitting and driving in silence. Yeah, but like I like that. Especially during the pandemic, I was like, dude, I was meditating 24/7. I enjoyed just being alone and there being no noises. And sometimes like now I'm fine. Like I can go do whatever. But like there was a point where I had to sort of transition back into like sensory. Like I feel like overstimulated anytime I went anywhere. Like all the noises would just drive me insane. Or
I never heard anybody talk about it like that.
yeah.
I mean, I'm just like
Very
that
true.
anyway. Like if there's multiple like sources of noise going on, especially specific ones. Like if I'm watching, I feel like a jerk, but if I'm watching TV and Kelsey's on her phone or something, I can't stand hearing like a small speaker like while I'm watching something. I just have to like go in the other room.
Yeah.
But I get like that anyway, with noises in general, like especially repeating noises. Like we can't use the fan at night because it goes.
Oh, dude, I hate that.
I that kills me.
I sleep with the fan on too, but it has to be constant. Like I used to deal with that at my parents' house. I
I
remember.
can't handle that. I can't handle noise at night. I can handle whatever during the day, not.
Well, the
At
thing
night.
it can be like an arrhythmic noise. Like I could sleep with the TV on, and it's if it's low, and it's just like people talking because it's sporadic. But if there's something that is like a steady rhythm, I will cling to it, and
Have
Yeah,
you
same.
listened to brown noise before?
Yeah.
I think I love that.
I don't know
Dude,
what brown noise is.
Well, there's this. It's
like
called.
this noise. Like people talking about white noise and they play it, but like it gets on my nerves so bad. But brown noise is like
Will you go to YouTube?
Yes.
Oh, that's your phone.
Yeah, I was about to say good luck.
Will you go to YouTube and type in ASMR? There's this channel on there there's a bunch of channels on there that have the similar
You gotta
things.
tell me more than ASMR.
Sound Asleep ASMR, and they have like hundreds, if not thousands, of different noises, like brown noise, white noise. But then they get really creative with it. And some of them, there's one called Blueberry Noise. This is my favorite. It is so soothing. Like I've slept through flights and hotels
what is
and
blueberry noise. Is it just people like squishing blueberries?
I don't really know how they make the noise. I think they've shown videos before of like them doing different things to make the noise, and then of course they just like loop it for like 12 hours. It's just like a or whatever. But some of them get so soothing.
some of them are everything you need in life.
They just block out all the mental noise, and you focus on that, and
It's so weird how that.
it just relaxes you, and you're like, oh my god, I can go to sleep now. And it's really weird, but something to do with it. Just I guess kind of like numbs your mind. I think it's like numbing. I don't know if it's good for you or not, but
Yeah, it is.
it probably is. Yeah.
I'm just a miserable sleeper in general, though.
Are you?
Like I have one pillow. And it has to be like a very particular height. I get hot easy at night, even if I'm freezing all day long. Like
I thought you were just gonna stop at freezing.
Well, no, I have the fan on. I just don't have it on high and stuff like that. But
I wish you
either
would've
way,
just said that.
I'll turn the thermostat low, and it just doesn't matter. It's just I could be next to the bed freezing, and I get in the bed and I'm sweating within seconds. Like
I could be hot at night, even if I'm freezing.
yeah,
That's one of my new favorite sentences.
I mean
I'm the same way,
to be
though.
fair, that's true.
I'm sort of the same way. Like I have to be cold when I sleep, but I like to snuggle up in blankets and stuff. And I sleep with like 3 pillows at least. But I don't always use the third one until I roll
would
over.
be suspended in.
So you and Kelsey sleep
water
like
or air.
you sleep in the same bed,
Yeah,
but you just like don't fucking get on my half of the bed.
pretty much.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Like I told her the other day, if I could, I would snap her into a different existence for like just while I sleep, and then all right, you can come back. Like
I wish I could finish your sentences when you start them. I thought you were gonna like snap her into a million pieces, just like just have her gone, just because you're hot. Like
gone.
wake up in the middle of the night,
must
Kelsey. I
die.
swear to God, I wish I could snap you into a million pieces right now, just because I'm hot. Like that's a good segue. Do you guys have time to talk about one more thing?
Possibly, it depends on what it is.
We
How
get-
deep
or-
it is.
I have 2 things actually. They could get deep, or we can make them really surface level. 2 things.
2 things, one and then another one.
I have a space ultimatum for you. Let me make sure I get
A
this right.
space ultimatum. What does that mean?
You never heard of Space Ultimatum? I just made it up the other day.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay. Clearly, you guys aren't paying attention to
He
mine.
has a space ultimatum with Kelsey right now.
Hey,
Maybe.
wordplay. I think that's wordplay.
It's been a while since I've given you guys ultimatums.
I know. That's why.
We used to do that constantly.
So here's my ultimatum. I think this is a good one, actually. Like, I think this is going to be hard to pick. Let me make sure I get it right, though. So you go into space, right? In a spaceship by yourself and just be in space for 1 whole year. And you can't have any contact with any humans back here on Earth. You can't have any
Sorry, give me
electronic entertainment. Okay? So no video games, no TV, no YouTube.
I assume I have supplies to eat and
Yeah,
I
you
stay
can.
away.
You have supplies to eat and water and the bathroom, and that's it for 1 whole year.
Do I
No
have a shower?
contact. Yeah, yeah. So you live. Yeah, you have the needs. Your needs met. Like, I don't know if showers a need, but anyways, you have a shower, and for 1 year, no contact with anyone. Right? That's obviously going to be shitty. But when you come back to Earth, you have unlimited money for the rest of your life.
Would I do it?
Yeah, would you do it?
Yeah.
You think you could survive a year?
Yeah.
But do you think that, like, you said that too easily? I was expecting that to be
Because
harder.
there are very few things where like the reward is ultimate money that I wouldn't do.
All right, let's say the same thing, but 5 years.
That would be harder, but I think I could do it.
It's like prison, but I think it's worse. I mean, obviously you don't have to worry about getting like raped or murdered.
Question: can you see space?
Yeah, you can look out. You can look out the window, but you can't like see your kids or anything. You can't talk to your kids. You can't see their kids. You can't hear their voices. You don't have your phone. It's just you just sitting there, like you're just literally just sitting there, and you have the food that lasts you, and you have a shower and a bathroom.
I mean, that is pretty close to prison and jail. I mean, that's pretty close.
Yeah, but you can, at least to a certain extent, do what you want. Like you can decide when you sleep, or you could, you could draw on the walls with peanut butter if you want. You can.
I think you would go insane quicker than you realize.
I mean, maybe I could
because
be wrong,
we have
but
like so much stimulation.
the unlimited money thing is just pretty nice to have.
It is. I don't think I would do it.
Unlimited money is something I haven't.
I would
thought
do it
about
for
since.
a year for sure.
Yeah, but 5 maybe a
For
little more
5
difficult.
years, I would want to,
5 years is no.
but it would be hard.
Well, you
Well,
have
what-
kids, which makes it even harder, I think.
Well, also,
mean-
what happens if can I say no and they come get me 3 years in? Or am I
No,
just
you're
once I'm
just
up there, I'm stuck?
Once you're out there for the full time.
Well, here's the thing. I would, maybe I'd go crazy, but I would do it anyway. And then if I'm up there, I'm just up there.
You're just fucking going crazy. You're like,
I
well,
guess so.
It's like taking acid. Like,
Also-
once you get up there, you can't come
Well,
back.
to be
So,
fair, though,
just wait it out.
actually, I don't know because
nothing.
I don't think you
Live.
can. There would have to be actual other circumstances because your muscles would atrophy. You would like waste away regardless of food when you have no gravity.
Well, didn't a guy go to space for a year though?
Yeah, but when astronauts come back, they are miserable. They've lost a shit ton of weight, and
Well, that's part of
typically if
it.
they're up there long enough,
That's part of it. For unlimited money, you can get your muscles back. Maybe. I think at our age you could, but like obviously.
if it is possible for me to actually survive for 5 years, then I would do it. But if it's not, then
Man, I don't think I would.
No way. I would never.
I would consider a year, but like it's still tough, man, because it's just like.
see, I feel like you would have an easier time than I would.
Well, I think I could do it, but I don't want to do it. Like,
I don't want to either.
but I'm saying like when I get up there, I could just like.
But you can meditate
But
and stuff like
I've
that.
already.
I feel like I have much more hobbies than you do and things that I like delve into.
I think you have much more like stimulation.
Yeah.
Like we play video games and
Well, I feel
watch
like you
like
could
drawing
see-
videos and
Like if you could see outer space.
that'd be beautiful. But
Like-
then, like how many days go by when you're like, dude, like what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
I mean, I feel like it would be awesome to see.
Yeah, it would be awesome to see. Another thing is I don't want to like come back to Earth, and besides like the whole muscle atrophy thing, I'll be a year older. Like everyone that was like things are just going to be different. Like all the like people that I have relationships with is just going to be like, I don't even know if it's going to be, I don't know. I just feel like everything.
I feel like if it was a year, it wouldn't be that big deal. Maybe 5 years. But
I mean,
yeah,
feel
but
like
think
it
about
happens to people all the time, right here. Like people get taken to places. Like people get put in jail for a year. Prison for a year. Like,
But
everybody
the thing
does
with
that.
jail and prison is like you still get like outside time. You get like sunshine. You get fresh air.
But as
You
far
get to
as
move
the,
around.
like,
You get to
not
exercise. You get to
keeping up with
talk.
people, though.
But you can
Yeah,
talk to like
not
inmates.
people.
You can still like have social interactions. Like we are social creatures. If you just like eliminate that completely, I think that would go insane pretty quick.
Yeah. Some people get put in one-man cells, solitary confinement for a long.
And they go insane. They usually go insane after like remember the movie The Hurricane?
Yes.
He started going insane after like 3 months or something, or maybe before that. I feel like that would happen. Like especially
But I feel
because
like I
the
would be
people.
happier to do it in space and on a spaceship than in a concrete box.
But you don't get to like you can't even like talk to somebody or like see them or like you know what I mean? Like I don't know. I think it'd just be hard. What?
I'm
Just
also
nothing.
less social than you are.
That's true, but you're not gonna have any video games or YouTube
that's
or
true.
anything. Or Ludo.
Is it 5 years
That
or
that
1
would
year?
be the worst part, actually.
That's what I'm saying. We don't have our dogs or anything.
Yeah,
Who's Ludo?
he's my dog.
What kind?
He's a little corgi.
If I could bring my dogs with me, I would do it
Yeah.
for a year. Maybe not 5. Maybe not 5.
Because Ludo would be 8 if he was still alive by the time.
Yeah.
we get back. If it was 5 years. So that changes it. But when you ask the question just in a void, not taking into account like real life circumstances, then yeah.
Do you want to go on? Here, I have another cool one. It's not an ultimatum though, but I was driving the other day. You know where like Taco Bell and KFC are and stuff. If you kind of like come in this direction, so you're facing this way, and you're at that stoplight there, you got a pretty good view of like everything. You can see like kind of how it goes downhill a little bit. You see a bunch of trees and buildings. And I was looking at all the billboards and ugly buildings, and everything was so ugly except for like the trees and the sky and the sun. And I was like, everything I wish was just torn down like it should be. And everything should just be natural. And then I started thinking about, I wish it was like a zombie apocalypse would take over. We fantasize about this a lot.
I kind of do.
But then I was like, you know what? I think it's in our DNA to like, not zombie apocalypse, but to like explore and like survive. To be like a little bit like, I'm going to go out into this wilderness, hunt for my food or whatever, but also just like have this like beautiful views of nature and stuff, and just to explore and go on adventures. And it's just, I feel like it's in my blood to do that. And so when I see all these buildings and all this nasty billboards and stuff, it makes me like,
Oh, this nasty bull crud. That's all you were to say.
this nasty bull crud, come to my truck. And so I feel like the zombie apocalypse
like the
is in my
gray?
DNA.
You know, like the endless, hard, harsh gray.
I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of like the big like.
Cave Paradise put up a parking lot.
Do you guys think you're built for the zombie apocalypse?
I 100% do.
I do too.
I've thought about it a lot. Like sometimes, like when I see a line of woods, I like think about like behind that line of woods is probably a whole camp of just zombies.
In ways I am. There's things that's like in a void again, yes. But then there's things like Kelsey, who would not survive. She's pitiful, and so it would be me babysitting the whole time. Same with like dogs, unless it's like a world where zombies just don't bother dogs at all, which sometimes.
Yeah,
Is the
because the
case.
dogs are gonna like go run at the zombies and bark and stuff. And
I feel like just hurry up and turn me into one.
No.
you want
Right.
to turn. I'm gonna.
They seem like they're living their best
have
life.
fun.
I don't know.
It also depends on whether it's like 28 days later zombies or like traditional slow.
Not 28
Dawn
days
of the
later
Dead.
zombies.
Yeah.
None of
No,
that.
I don't want that.
Mm-mm. That's scary.
I agree. Yeah, we would die pretty quick.
Yeah.
Walking Dead zombies I could handle, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to screwdriver fork kill.
See, I think that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a little part of me that would enjoy all that because you get to like go out and just.
Well, see,
hunt and kill.
Here's the thing, though, that goes back to your dad killing animals and stuff. So now what's worse? You want to kill people,
No, I want to kill zombies.
No.
but they are people.
If you were to give me zombie deers, I would think that's not a deer anymore.
Used to be people, now they're squishy.
But you don't fantasize about killing zombie deer. You fantasize about killing zombie people.
Oh my God.
Maybe I do have something against people. I think it's because
You do.
I don't I dislike people more than I dislike any other animal, and
Well,
I think we're overpopulated.
other than
and,
snakes.
yeah. What about a zombie
Zombie
snake?
snakes.
On the day, on the step.
I don't know why, but I
Oh.
thought this was so funny. The idea of like snakes having like pubic hair is so funny to me. Crawling around with big bushes and stuff gets stuck in
That's
it.
got to be another character.
I don't know why, but you like just imagine your dad picks up a snake. Like, God damn, that's
Look
a
at that
big
bush.
Old, that's a big old bush.
That's a big bush.
That's good. I'd be here for that.
Like they have no other hair. They're still regular snakes, other than they have like curly, coarse. Pubes.
I also would like it if they had like a Bob Ross haircut,
I would love
and they had like pubes, and they had up top they had like this like fro.
But that makes it a little more normal and more friendly. There's something that's still more disturbing if they don't have like the
Okay.
head hair.
Well, I'm saying I didn't mean it like it would be more disturbing. I just think it'd be funnier.
Shaped like a V, like halfway down, like 3/4 of the way down their body. Pubes, like they trimmed them up. It's not just like it's mean bush because they're snakes or whatever.
How do you think snakes would go about trimming their bush?
Rubbing it up against stuff, wearing it off a little when they go up against.
Yeah, like rubbing up against like thorns and briar. It's like, okay, well, but they like strategically do it because they've been doing it for so long.
And that's kind of like how they get like razor burn and stuff. It's just thorns, gashing and poking.
Speaking of gashing, segue into our newest segment.
Like pussy passion.
Oh God!
Did you hear that podcast?
Yeah, I heard some of it. Yeah,
I've got a song in my head already for it, so it's coming, and it's not going to disappoint.
Tell me what black pussy passion is one more time.
That could be a line in the song. Tell me what black pussy passion is one more time.
It is.
Yeah, make the song all about whoever's singing is asking a person to explain it to them.
No, I've already got the song. I'm telling you, it's perfect. It's
Well, make a sequel song.
okay.
Or no, make the prequel song. The first song is all about asking the person about it, and then the second song can be the song that you already have, where it's like, here's all the answers.
All right.
The Black Pussy Passion was
Well, it's not saying names because I don't have to edit everything
Okay.
out.
my
Just like
my nameless friend
yeah.
got a PlayStation 3 from someone else's, another nameless boy's father, like 10 years ago. And when we went through the hard drive, there were no games or anything stored on it. It was just like 3,000 to 4,000 super close-up pictures of black pussies.
Oh my God!
Thousands. To the point where some of them, it was not clear what they even were. It was just like scales.
What is that about? You think
I don't know.
It's an
It's just
obsession.
epic proportion
of black pussy passion.
to save it on a
Everyone
PlayStation?
together.
Tell me what black pussy passion. One more time.
Were they
Yes,
up
go on.
close?
Oh, they're up close.
Yeah,
Like it was just
I've never seen them.
vagina
yeah.
pictures.
I bet like as close as you could get.
That is so effing weird.
As close as you can get. Oh my god! Just like someone got a camera and got as
pussy up
close as they
against
could get,
The lens.
and started snapping pictures, and was like, "All right, we got 3,000.
This is what the man
We'll send them
wants.
out.
Just
Let's
send
send them out."
He said to get them real up close.
3,000 to 4,000 of them, as close as we can get.
On that note, we should probably end it, huh?
Sure.
Thanks for doing.
enjoyed the time.
We're just gonna end it all
Good night,
one by one
Kool-Aid.
with a shotgun.
Jim Jones.
Good night, Kool-Aid Jim Jones.
To the back of our own heads.
Watch the documentary.
Yeah.
Watch the documentary, guys.
Genocide.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh.